Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. We're going to talk about Jill Zarin real quick. Jill Zarin was one of the cast members of The Real Housewives of New York, and she's been in the news since Sunday. So let's sit over here and have a little quick good morning and let's talk about her. Please like, share, and subscribe. Comment in the comment section. I'm going to get down in here and comment with you. First, let's go ahead and put out our fair use disclaimer. Some material in this video is used under U.S. copyright fair use, Section 107 for purposes such as commentary, criticism, news reporting, and education. Today, we're going to be educating you. We're going to be giving you some news, and I'm going to be giving my commentary along with some criticism. What happened this week should not have happened, but we're going to address it after we listen to what Jill had to say down her to the Instagram. As I was watching the video, you could hear someone in the background saying, "You're going to lose followers. Don't say it. Don't post that." But she did it anyway. So apparently she wanted it out here. All views expressed in this live are alleged, in my opinion, and they are all for entertainment purposes. Don't go out of your way to dislike anybody that I address in this video. Let's get with the show. How about that? Good morning, everybody. I'm LadyRo, and welcome to LadyRo's Queendom. I am just down here to have a quick little 1-2 with you guys as you get your morning started. I was kind of appalled at what Jill said, but not really surprised. Let's get on over here and let's listen to what she actually had to say, because I think she wanted it out here. I think it's worth talking about. What do you think? I think it's worth talking about. Jill actually was a cast member of Real Housewives of New York, and I believe she was released from that show. But let's go over and talk about it. She got in a new role on, I believe it's called The Golden Life, which was about I think ex-members of reality housewives shows. I'm not really sure what it all was about. And I don't really watch New York like that, so I can't really give you a lot of commentary on the back and forth of New York. But I will say this, that Bravo made a statement on yesterday. So let's go.
Okay, I'm watching the halftime show, and I think it's actually...
Shout out to Radar Online for this this exclusive from TikTok.
The worst halftime show I've ever seen.
Oh, you'll lose half.
I haven't seen that. I don't care if I lose half my followers.
Gary just said she was going to lose half her followers, or you're going to lose half your followers. I don't care if I lose half my followers. I don't care.
I'm going to lose half of you. Goodbye.
She says goodbye. That's how important you guys are to her. Let's go.
I think it's terrible. I was hoping it would get better, but it didn't. Lady Gaga, I would have loved... First of all, I didn't recognize her, so she must have had a facelift, because I didn't recognize her. Did anybody recognize Lady Gaga? Oh, there was 5 of us here, and
Nobody recognized Lady Gaga because you think Lady Gaga may have had a facelift, but girl, aren't you the queen of facelifts? Let's see. I believe you've done a little bit of facelifting yourself. Roni's Jill Zarin, 60 years old, underwent facial rejuvenation surgery to address her jawing, sagging neck skin, doc says. And here you go, girl. After your surgery, facelift. That's what that is. That's nothing but a facelift. But girl, we're going to let you go on and pretend like you got something to say about Lady Gaga, who's probably half your age or maybe just a little bit more. But child, you need to stop.
Nobody recognized her. And she didn't.
She thought it would get better when she saw Lady Gaga, because here comes a Caucasian lady who looks like me. And that's what's important. Not the very fact that we are expanding our minds and learning more. I just want to see someone who looks like me. That is all that matters. Someone that looks like me.
Sing a traditional song, so that was another thing. And then Ricky Martin,
and then she didn't sing a traditional song. That's her song. She sung it originally. She's the originator of that. Girl, go ahead.
Was like, I didn't recognize him either. I think he was wearing a wig, a bad wig.
Hold on a minute. Let's go back to Lady Gaga. Although that was Lady Gaga's original song, she had it done behind Spanish music, but the song was exactly the same. As far as Ricky Martin go, girl, that's his hair. You're not used to the very fact that people of color or people of Spanish descent, after their hair doesn't usually just fall out their head. But girl, go ahead.
Or he got a hair transplant, it didn't come out so good. I know I'm being critical, but that's the way I feel.
You're not only being critical, you're being downright nasty. But girl, go ahead.
I just got to say it. I just got to say it the way I feel, Gary.
All right.
She's got to say it how she feel, Gary. She's got to say it. She couldn't hold it in. It's going to cost her a job. It's going to cost other people coming out here saying they ain't got nothing to do with her, but she can't hold it back.
Gary doesn't agree.
No, I mean, look,
What?
I think it was very creative. I think that he's an unbelievable performer, Bad Bunny.
I don't think it was good for the Super Bowl.
I don't think it was a
it's
good
not
match.
Americana. It's 250 years we're celebrating this year.
250 years we're celebrating this year, although this was the 60th Super Bowl. Girl, where'd you get 250 years at? Girl!
It's 75 years on the Super Bowl, and I don't think it should have been. I feel like it was also
250 years we're celebrating this year. 75, girl, she is giving all kinds of years. Just throwing stuff in the air, seeing if any of it sticks to the wall.
a thing about, ICE and immigration. I don't know. I think there was subliminal messaging going on here.
It was subliminal messaging going on. He was telling you about the things that they endure as being citizens of Puerto Rico, a part of the U.S., a U.S. territory. But girl, go ahead.
Saying it's my opinion. It's my opinion. We all agree.
I love
now we
Bad
all
Bunny. I
agree.
think he's
I agree.
terrific,
I said
but-
it before that it was the worst halftime show ever, and it's 250 years that we're celebrating right now in the United States. And I just don't think it was appropriate to have it in Spanish. And quite frankly, I didn't need to see him grabbing his,
Why was it not appropriate? Because you said so? Is that why it wasn't appropriate? And then you said he was grabbing his hoo-ha? Child, we've seen worse. Trust me. We've seen worse. But you also had an option to go watch Kid Rock, who has made a statement they like underage girls. But girl, go ahead.
G area. I think it was totally inappropriate. You've got all
On that Kid Rock, we're going to throw allegedly out there. Allegedly.
these young kids watching the Super Bowl, and he doesn't have to be grabbing.
Young kid, you don't look like a young kid. In fact, we just saw an article from People Magazine that said she was 60 years old. So you're definitely not a young kid. And child, young kids don't care nothing about Super Bowl or halftime. They be running around playing with toys.
Himself every 5 seconds. Is he so insecure? Seriously.
Most young boys grab themselves every 5 seconds too.
I didn't understand it. I don't speak Spanish. I would have liked to have known the words he was saying. To me, it looked like a political statement.
Most TVs have closed caption. Cut it on. You can actually alternate your closed caption to translate Spanish to English. But go ahead, girl, complain.
Because there were literally no white people in the entire thing.
Uh-oh. Now we get into the whole issue. She didn't see anybody who she thought looked like her. She's upset because she didn't see anybody who represented her. She didn't see a white lady. She didn't see a white man. And now the truth is coming out. All the other stuff wasn't really that important. Now we're getting down to the meat and the potatoes.
I think it was a political statement, and I'm not taking a side one way or the other. I just do.
Girl, you just took a side. People, y'all got to realize what be flying out of your mouth. You just took a side, and we heard it loud and clear. But continue.
I think it was an ICE thing, and I just think that the NFL sold out, and it's very.
The fact that you think it was an ICE thing that was totally giving you the story of the Puerto Rican plight of life, the hard work, the sugar fields, all of the things that you see in Puerto Rico, the dancing in the street, the enjoying life, the singing in the fields of the sugar canes, the market, all the different things that we saw, the La Casa, that he fell through to the inside, which I read was filmed in Puerto Rico. The little boy sleeping on the chairs after a wedding event. We saw the wedding. We saw the reception. You missed all of that and it was an ice thing out of it. That's how small-minded this was, allegedly.
Sad because this was 75 years and,
This was not the 75th anniversary of the Super Bowl. I know it was in Roman numerals, girl. I know they had the Roman numerals up there, but the L and the X meant 60. But girl, go ahead.
Shame. And Lady Gaga.
Just for your information, L means 50, X means 10. I think we learned that in school, but go ahead.
Got a facelift. I didn't recognize her. I literally had a...
We don't recognize you, Jill. We don't recognize you. The Lord won't recognize you either. Lady Gaga looked like Lady Gaga. When she stepped to the stage, I was like, Lady Gaga. I think most people did. When Ricky Martin got on the stage, wow, look at Ricky. He still looks good.
Google her face to see who it was because we all couldn't agree who it was. So that was kind of fun in the middle of...
Apparently you don't follow Lady Gaga, but that's okay. She may not be your roots, right? She may not be who someone that you listen to at all. But go ahead.
Halftime. At least it gave me something to do because it was so hard to watch. Okay, I'm watching the halftime show and I think it's actually...
Child. So that was Jill's statement. I think we heard her loud and clear. She was very clear on what she wanted. As many of you know, Jill was married to a gentleman. I think his last name was Zarin. Of course, last name was Zarin. I think his first name may have been Bobby. But Zarin Fabrics is a very well-known fabric store and furniture place in New York. And they made a statement as well. I believe that the statement is worth looking at, listening to, because that's important. It's important. Zarin Fabrics stands firmly against racism, discrimination, and rhetoric that seeks to exclude or diminish people based on identity, culture, or background. We want to be absolutely clear that Jill Zarin has not had ownership or been associated with Zarin Fabric for several years. Our company operates independently, and any public statement attributed to her are made in a personal capacity and do not reflect our values, beliefs, or operations. Zarin Fabrics is built on creativity, collaboration, and respect for the diverse communities that shape art, culture, and expression. We condemn language or viewpoints that undermine those principles, and we remain committed to fostering an inclusive and welcoming environment in everything we do. This was made by Zarin Fabric on Instagram 2 days ago, right after her rant that she did on Instagram. Well, that wasn't the only thing. The grandson of her former husband also made a statement, and I'm going to read it as well. Bobby Zarin, which was her ex-husband's grandson, spilled Jill's tea on Reddit. All alleged, part 1 and 2. I'm only going to read part 1. There were legal disputes between Jill and the Zarins with Bobby's will. It had been changed very close to when he passed away. The family hasn't spoken to Jill since then. Jill invited Bravo's cameras to the funeral without Bobby's family's permission. And he goes on to talk about how that they really don't have anything to do with her. They haven't seen her. They have not spoken with her since, I think, the reading of the will or some time close to when Bobby passed away. And I thought that was important to note what they had said about her. But let's go on over here to what the Bravo had to say. I believe it was Bravo that released this statement. Let's read it. The Blink 49, which is the production company. In light of recent public comments made by Jill Zarin, Blink 49 Studios has decided not to move forward with her involvement in The Golden Life. The Golden Life, as I told you before, was a new reality TV series that Bravo was getting ready to produce on their network. We remain committed to delivering the series in line with our company standards and values. Blink 49 Studios. Blink 49, I believe, also produces a lot of the Housewives shows. Y'all, what do y'all think about Jill Zarin and her being let go? Child, here's what only thing I can think of is that at the end of the day, people have to think about what they say, right? Because this cost her her job. This cost her her income. And it didn't have to come to this. All she had to do was listen to Gary, because Gary was trying to tell her not to post the video. You're going to lose followers. Don't do that. And why would you do that anyway? And you thought that it would be proper to say. Everything isn't expedient to say. We have to learn how to use tact and how to speak wisely, or how to think and then speak wisely. Anywho, you guys, I just want to run down here and tell you that really, really, really fast first thing this morning. And I'm going to go out the same way I came in. We'll lift every voice and sing. This is Black History Month. And one thing I believe as African American people or as Black people, we really need to understand what our heritage is really about. And how important is it that we remember lift every voice and sing, especially after listening to Jill's words? Y'all have a great day. Bless someone along your day today. If you can't do anything else, give them a smile. If no one told you today they love you today yet, I love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. Bye-bye.